part of this webinar tonight. I want to thank my sponsor for getting me involved with this business, and I hope you will do the same to the person that invited you here on this webinar, because we truly have some amazing things to share with you tonight. So I'm going to start a little PowerPoint. I will be very brief, because we have some great guests that will come on at the end. They're going to tell their stories, the real people telling real stories, and we want to share that with you, because this is the best part of what we do, is listening to each other's stories and sharing them with one another. So I'm going to share my screen here with you, and we're going to get started with the PowerPoint. All righty. See, I told you we're so high tech anymore. I'm really learning all this very, very quickly. But what we have here is the Jeunesse PowerPoint. And I started with the company a little over 6 years ago. And you know, yes, it's a great business because of the ability to earn some leveraged income. But what is exciting to me is the fact that I work with my family, I work with my 3 daughters, my husband, and some great friends. And you know, you don't find that in every business, that you can actually choose the people that you want to work with. And here now we can choose even the country that we want to work with. So we talk about global convergence. What do we mean by that? You know, we can all agree that the world's changing from what obviously it was when I first started in business 30 years ago. You know, the internet has just become something that I don't know how we ever got along without. The technology that has brought the Zoom webinar to us. You know, it's just hard for me to really realize how far we've gone. And we actually, because of the technology available to us today, we certainly have a new economy out there. These are our great and wonderful founders. I want to share a little bit about them, because if and when you get a chance to meet them, and you will if you join our company, because they're at every conference. They travel all the time. I don't know how they can keep up, but they certainly do. They're wonderful, very humble, loving people. And in case you can't read all this, I don't know how good that your screen is, I would just like to read what Randy Ray has to say. He's our Chief Executive Officer. He says, I think our responsibility is to provide the tools for people to go out and earn a living and build their dreams. He came from a very humble beginning, and so it's his goal to try and help everyone out there. They have a wonderful charity, by the way, which we can all partake in. The Jeunesse Kids, which is feeding children around the world. They build orphanages and schools. They're just very wonderful people that share their experience, their knowledge with all of us. Wendy Lewis is our Chief Operations Officer. She's kind of the brains behind the operation. You should watch the video sometime on our website that shows Wendy and Randy, and you can see the connection, how well they work together and how much they love each other. She says we want our customers to feel good, live longer, and enjoy life. And that's certainly our goal here with the products that we have available and the business opportunity as well. Their son, Scott Lewis, is our Chief Visionary Officer. You'll see him and his wife, Isabel. They're on the road all the time too. Conferences, opening new offices, and so on and so forth. So they're great people. We're fortunate to have them. We thank them for their leadership. We are already shipping product to over 100 countries and territories around the world. We have 20 offices around the world as well. So if you have friends and that know friends in other countries, don't be afraid to check and see if we're shipping product there. They can receive our product. Do you have to ship it? Absolutely not. It comes directly from the company. So it's a very easy business in terms of if you're interested in doing the business itself. These are brand new photos. These were just taken this last week in Dallas, Texas at the Direct Selling Association's convention. And last year, we were ranked number 38 on the top 100 list. We've now made the top 20. We're number 18, and there's no surprise because last year we sold $1,100,000, what is it, 1.1 billion in sales. And that was just an incredible record to achieve after only 6 years in business. They're also receiving other awards for their marketing plan. We're just top notch. I mean, people are learning about us because we are making a big impression. We are the #1 fastest growing company in the privately owned direct sales marketplace today. So it's excited to be involved with this company, with these great people. Let me tell you a little bit about what we have to offer in terms of our product line. We have 4 doctors actually that sit on our advisory board, and we have what we call a youth enhancement system. These doctors have created not only our skincare line, but our nutritional line that supports our skincare line as well. So we're not only helping ourselves from the outside in, but from the inside out as well. All of these products are great as they stand alone. Yes, you can use one or more. If you use them all, of course, it's a wonderful system, and we all like to encourage everyone to try them because we got some amazing products here. This is Dr. Nathan Newman. He's on our advisory board as well. He's a world-renowned leader in stem cell technology formulation. I've been in his office in LA many times. He's a very humble man as well, but he has done a lot of research, and he actually has been able to research in his lab the formulation using adult stem cells, taking them to his lab, whatever they do with them, but he has been able to find in them and promote 200 growth factors. I didn't know what growth factors were when I first got started, and it's simply the communication that our cells need to talk to each other. So as when we're babies, you know, we have great skin and everything. Well, that's because our cells are doing their job. Now we need a little help, and so we have these 200 plus growth factors that can talk to our cells, get them talking together and say, come on, let's get to work. We need to get some things done here with this person. So anyway, here's our skincare line. It's called Jeunesse. We have everything from cleansers to moisturizer. Certainly our flagship product is our cellular rejuvenation serum. This is the most concentrated with these growth factors, and we've had some great testimonials in regards to that. We did a clinical test as well. Obviously, the company hired a third-party lab to study it. And here's what they found out. 100%, which I thought was amazing, of the men and women that were involved with this clinical study, 100% said yes, they would recommend them to family and friends. They said 87% felt they looked younger, their skin was smoother and more luminosity, as well as 74% felt that their skin was firmer. And I thought that was an incredible study for our product line. Here is a lady. She was part of the test as well, 56 days. She used the serum and used the cleansers and everything. And after that, 65% of her deep lines were removed. And this is kind of a high-tech camera that shows the lines on there. Also, we had a gentleman, and guys, this is for you too. I mean, men want to look well and better, as we all do. And this gentleman had 50% reduction in fine lines on his, certainly on his skin. This is a great friend of all of ours. This is Winnie. She lives out in Los Angeles. And Winnie is one of the original 5 founding members, distributors of our company. And she said, okay, I'm the oldest one here. I'm going to use this serum on half of my face. We need to know if this is really going to work. And so she did. She did it for 10 weeks. And this is the photo that they took. And you can see her right side, our left, how she did. You can see the firmness along the jawline, how the lines around her mouth, eyes, and her nose are not as pronounced. So we were, okay, this is great. I mean, we didn't know what we had for sure. I tried it on half of my face for 5 weeks. I'm not as brave as Winnie, and I could definitely see a difference. And so I stopped after 5 weeks and started putting it on all my face so I didn't get too lopsided. But anyway, Winnie went to her dermatologist, and she told him, she said, look at my skin, look what's going on. And he said, well, you know, I want to see what's going on the inside. And so he used what they call a dermoscope. And what that did was it looks inside the skin, see what's going on in there. So you can see the picture on the right that says no collagen. Her skin is thin. The redness is caused by you can see through the skin, seeing blood vessels, pores, and so on. And on the left, she was actually growing baby collagen. That's what those little white dots are. That's what that's all about. So that's what happens when we use our products and we get our cells starting to do what they used to do. They get woke up and say, get back to work. Let's do what we're here to do. So we're very excited when we first saw that, because that was the only product we had at that time in the skincare line. We also had a product called Reserve. That's another flagship product for us. Reserve is a super antioxidant. It is full of wonderful antioxidants, and a lot of your trainers and so on will tell you that you need to take these things. There's cherry juice, grape extract, aloe vera, pomegranate, acai berry, blueberry, green tea. But accompanied with these other super antioxidants is a product called resveratrol. I didn't know what resveratrol was either when I first heard about it. Maybe some of you have heard, but if you have not, go on and Google resveratrol, and you will be surprised all the studies that are out there. It is found in the skin of red grapes, and we always knew that red wine's really good for us in moderate amounts. And so we have that. We have 75 milligrams in our Reserve. And accompanied with these other super antioxidants, it's a powerful product. We like to keep ours in the refrigerator. I tell you, the delivery system is amazing, because anytime air hits, whatever we have, an apple on the counter or whatever, it starts to oxidize, and then you don't get all the good out of it. Well, look how this is packaged. You can see it's a single package. It comes in a box, 30 of them, one a day. You take it out, shake it up, tear the top off, and you drink it down. And I always tell people, our tongue is the most absorbable part of our body. So hold it in your mouth a little bit, get all the good that you can out of it. And the company actually did run a test on this too, an independent study that actually tested how much of this product was getting into our bloodstream, and it was phenomenal. It was one of the best results they had ever had in this particular study. So it's a wonderful product. There's a lot of good stories out there. My husband and I love it. I always joke with him, and he's a cowboy at heart, and he wears boots. And he said there was a time when I was having trouble getting my boots off because of my joints. My hips and my knees were hurting, and taking Reserve has really helped him with that. So here's our whole product line. We have a full skincare line, from the certainly from the cleansers to the moisturizer. We have supplements. We have Finity, which is a DNA repair. Awesome product. We just added Zen. Zen is a product line that it's not really a diet, but it is causing people to lose weight, because it helps with gaining muscle, burning fat, and so on and so forth. My husband and I just started on this about 2 weeks ago, and we're seeing some really satisfying results by using this product. Instantly Ageless was a hot one. It's been on the market here with us for a little over a year. Check that out on the website, because there's a great video there. And I wish we had time to share more, but get back with the person that put you on the webinar, because there's a wealth of information out there on our website. So I don't know if the business is for you, and if it's not, that's okay too. People get involved with our company for various reasons. The membership is $49.95. That's in the US. And what you get for that is you get your own website, you get your own shopping cart, so you can get on at any point in time, buy your products wholesale. And a lot of people join just for that reason. But we do have 6 ways to earn money. And I'm just briefly going to touch on these, because I remember the first time I saw it, I went, whoa, wait a minute. Not sure I'm going to get all this the first time. Please don't worry about that, because you'll have numerous times to get a grasp of the compensation plan. So the first way we have to make some money is obviously retail profit. If we join the company, we can buy all our products at wholesale. If you want to retail them, you can do so. For instance, our serum, $85.95. You buy it for, you can sell it for $137.95. That's a $52 profit. And selling 10 of those a month, that's not bad. You know, $500 can make a lot of difference in a lot of people's lives. That's one way. Another way is the new customer acquisition bonus. And what this is that this is just a bonus to you as thanks from the company for bringing in a new member. It doesn't cost them anymore. It comes off the company's top profit line. So what you have an opportunity to do is to earn between $25 to $200, depending upon what your new enrollee wants to buy. Now, they don't have to buy anything, certainly don't. We always encourage they do, because how do we know what we have if we don't give it a try? But what we want to tell them, and we always want to remember to let them know that this is the only time that you have an opportunity to buy one of these packages. It has to be done at sign up time. And you can save from 5 to 25% on the products, even below what we can buy them as members wholesale. So be sure and encourage your people, at least take a look at these. The company has made this certainly their business plan so it fits everybody's budget and personality, whatever you decide you want to do with it. You know, you can buy a basic package, and if that person buys that $25 to you, you can earn up to $200. If they want to really jump in the business big time, they want product on hand and so on, they're probably going to buy one of the larger packages. The next way we have to earn money is team commissions, and this is where it gets really exciting. Maybe a little bit complicated. It was for me, but maybe not for you. But anyway, we have a binary pay plan here, which means we build 2 teams. And when your teams start growing and they're starting to have more and more people under you, you start creating what we call commissionable volume. Now, each of our products is signed a certain commissionable volume. Like, for instance, the serum that I was telling you about, or the reserve, that's 60 CVs. So once your team and you are paid and accumulating that commissionable volume infinitely deep, which blew my mind. You could have 10 people, you could have 110 or 10,000. It doesn't matter. There is no limit to the people that you can start earning this CV or commissionable volume from. And what does that do? That turns into money. CV turns into money. You know, we have a limit on, the company, of course, has put a limit on that for 750 team commissions, which totals $26,250. That's a week. Now, we want the company to stay in business, so there is a limit to how much money they're paying out. So that is a lot of money, folks. I am telling you, there are people that are doing that. We cannot make any guarantees. It's only how hard you are wanting to work and how much money you're wanting to earn. I'm just telling you, the opportunity is there for you. And if you want to pursue it like a lot of people have and work hard at it, this is a real possibility for you. We move on to the next way, which is our 4th way of earning money here. It's leadership matching bonus. And this is very exciting because there's a lot of money can be made just in this particular way with our compensation plan. When we start enrolling people, left or right, if you personally sponsor them, they are known as your level 1. And say, for instance, you sponsor someone that goes out and just goes gangbusters, and that first check that they get is $1,000. You're going to get 20% of that just for bringing them into the business. Your share would be $200, and it obviously goes on from there. Level 2, now that would be the people that your personally sponsored people brought into the business. They're known as your level 2. You can match their commissionable volume checks 15%, and level 3, 10%, and then 4, 5, and 6, 7 levels we can get paid on this matching bonus. Those are 5%. Now you can bump that up a little bit, that we have to have customers. We have to have people buying our product for anybody to make money. We don't get paid unless product sells. And so there we have an acquisition incentive to go ahead and get more customers. If you would have 5 customers that particular month that you were getting paid on that first level, you can add another 5%. So you're going to get 25% off of every check they make that month. And on the level 1, if you have 10 customers, guess what? Another 10%. So it's very lucrative, and it's a very fair compensation plan. If you're looking at other comp plans, I think that you'll find this is quite amazing, really. Our owners have been involved with other companies in the past, helping them set up their comp plans. They know what's going on out there. They set theirs to be the best of the best, and I truly believe it is. One more way to make money here, and that's called the Diamond Bonus Pool. And what the company has done, they set aside 3% of the global company commissionable volume. Now, I just told you about how well we've been doing. Now, just remember in 2016, $1.1 billion in sales for the company. Now, if they take 3% of that and set it aside and pay it out quarterly to diamond directors and above, that's a big deal. And so this is pretty exciting. Once we move up the ranks and get up to that diamond level, we too can share in that bonus pool. The other thing that the company offers, they certainly offer incentive trips. If you want to go on a trip, all paid for you, it's top of the line, I'm telling you. 5-star Hawaii trips, safaris, Mediterranean cruises, they do it upright. And everything is paid for you, depending upon the points that you've earned as you've been building your business. So it's a very generous company. They really listen to their distributors. They're there to support us. We have great marketing tools. We have great support from our upline. And I hope that you see something here that will excite you. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to talk to the person that got you onto this webinar. And you know what? We work as a team. And so if you have any questions, you know that you have a team that will help you and support you. And work with them, get involved, and get your training. We have a proven system. We encourage everybody to stick with the system, because you're going to hear from one of our leaders here just as shortly. And he's proven that it works. And I've seen him, and it's amazing. So, you know, we are living in a new paradigm. You know, the working 40 hours a week for, 40 weeks and out of the year, what have you, and trying to make that retirement income of maybe 20%. Well, I'm here to tell you that we've had friends who have lost their retirement income, in the downturn of the economy. Ours took a big hit, and that was another reason for my excitement when I saw what we had here with Jeunesse. So we do have a proven system. We have cutting edge technology. We have science-based products. It gives us some flexibility and time freedom. We can work on the global economy. I don't know what business that you have, but we don't, in our own real estate business, have an opportunity to work globally. And that's just so exciting, because that's what the world's all about anymore. We're so close now. Now, we have a daughter in Sydney, Australia, and when we talk, on the phone, FaceTime or whatever, it's like she's right here in the room. So we feel very close to all of our Jeunesse family that's around the world. They're on our call tonight. We have people from all over, and it's just a very exciting way to share our Jeunesse story. There's a little bit, there was a slide here I wanted to share with you that I think we're missing, but companies go through different stages. They start with formulation. It doesn't matter whether it's direct sales or if it actually is in direct sales or just traditional business. They start with formulation. They're just getting started, figuring out what they're going to do, how they're going to market. Then they go to the next stage called concentration. We've just gotten through pretty much concentration. We kind of have our act together, and the marketing's out there, our brand's out there, people are starting to hear about us. And guess what? We're going to be sliding into or climbing into momentum. That is the most exciting time to get involved with a business, whatever it may be, because the most money is made during those years of momentum. So this is where we're at with Jeunesse. I thank you for listening to my webinar, my little PowerPoint. Now I want to turn it over. I've got some wonderful people that are standing by that have agreed to share their story with us today. And you're going to love hearing from them. And I'm going to introduce to you them. Let me get my screen here cleared. And we're going to go back to, hopefully, I'm at the right screen. I have, first of all, I've never interviewed a celebrity, I don't mind telling you. And his name is Louis Castro. He's from Hong Kong. So here he is, opposite side of the world. And we've been visiting, and he has a wonderful website. He's a fabulous singer, by the way, and a performer and an actor. And I would like him to come on and tell his story about Jeunesse, why Jeunesse for him, and what he saw when he decided to get involved. So Louis, are you on the call with us? Are you there, Louis? There you are.
Good morning, Bob.
Good morning. Thank you for being on the call tonight.
Me.
Absolutely. I was so excited. I got to read a little bit about your story. I actually looked at your website, which is incredible. You could just sing your story to us if you'd like. It's an awesome story, and you have a great voice, by the way.
Well, thank you very much, Bob. I don't normally sing that early in the morning.
Well, tell us a little bit about how you were introduced to Jeunesse and what got you excited.
Well, actually, you see, Bob, I've been in this entertainment business for over 30-odd years, singing, acting, and I think I've reached a stage that I got a bit tired. So I was actually thinking of, taking a little break and finding a new challenge. So it also happened that last year there was a party. A friend of mine said she's involved in this new business and she's very excited about it. And she asked me whether I was interested to join her. So I was thinking, what sort of business was it? She said something, direct selling. It's an internet business that you can meet a lot of people, have lots of fun, you can travel. And the most importantly, I think you like it, Louis, is you don't have to get up every morning, 9 o'clock to go to work. So I said, very good, I'm in.
Absolutely, and that is a plus. We talked about flexibility. We totally have flexibility. We can work our own hours, our own time, and that's the best part about it. You mentioned meeting people and new friends. I've met friends from all around the world with this company, and how exciting is that? People I would never ever get a chance to meet without being involved with Jeunesse. So how long have you been involved? When did you get started, Louis?
Well, I'm pretty new at this. I started about a little over 2 months, but it has been very exciting for me. I've met a lot of new friends, and I've managed to convince a lot of my friends to join in too. So for the time being, I don't really have a big group, but I have something like close to 30 downline. So I'm still working on it.
Oh, that's awesome. I have to say this for all the guys' benefit out there. Your skin looks fabulous. And I hope you're using our products because it looks good.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
I figured. Well, thank you, Louis, for being on the call. Thank you for joining our Jeunesse family. I hope to meet you soon down the road. We do have our Orlando Expo coming up in October, which they're expecting 10, 20,000 people. We'll have to meet up if you make it there.
Definitely. And thank you once again for having me, Bob.
Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate your time. Okay, let's see. Next, I think I'd like to call Cherry Nichols. Cherry is actually from Perth in Australia. I have a daughter in Australia too, so Cherry and I had a nice little chat. And she's actually a professional tennis player. So I was excited to hear that. She has been in corporate America, or corporate world, I should say. So she has a great story, and I would love for her to share with you why she got started with Jeunesse, how she got started, and what she saw in it at that time. So Cherry, can you join us on our call tonight?
Well, hi Barb, thanks very much for having me, and it is a real honor to be asked to be on this webinar just to share my story with everyone today, this morning or this evening. Yeah, I'm based here in Australia, and I've been working in the corporate world for 20 years in human resource management, and I really wasn't satisfied with, the level of support in the corporate world, with the pay rises that I received, and really the training and development. I felt I'd reached a plateau, and I really couldn't move forward. And I have been an entrepreneur at heart all of my life. I watched my father be an entrepreneur, and I really never had that chance to, find a vehicle to do that. So I was lucky enough to become a tennis coach a year and a half ago, and I've found Jeunesse and been able to complement my tennis coaching with my Jeunesse business, but I just absolutely love.
That is so great. And I understand that you're actually giving tennis lessons in your spare time.
Yes, I do, and I'm sharing the products, these amazing products, with so many of my customers. Obviously, with the nutrition range and the skincare here in Australia, it's really important. For people that are looking after their health, and they are looking for our products, which suits everyone.
When we visit our daughter in Australia, it's really amazing how people do look better in Australia. I think they're very in tune to taking care of themselves. A lot of people, they're exercising, and obviously nutrition is a big part of what they have in their life, and it's important to them. You have beautiful skin, so I hope you're sharing our wonderful skincare products with your friends as well. I'm sure you are.
Thank you. Yes, I am. It's just amazing, and I suppose the business side for me in Jeunesse is I see it as a real vehicle for me to spend more time with my family. The corporate world was really stressful, and I didn't have the time, to spend with my family. I sacrificed a lot with my children when they were young, and this vehicle in the next 20 years, I'm not going to be working in the corporate world for someone else. I'm going to be helping my teams, and working with other like-minded people who are sick of the 9 to 5. It's never 9 to 5, as you know. It's always 7 till probably 6 and more. But I'm just so blessed and honored to be with such an amazing team, and I can't thank Jeunesse enough.
Well, and Cherry, I'm sure there's a lot of people listening tonight that can so relate to your story, because so many of us have heard the corporate burnout, and it's very real, and I understand that. Even being self-employed, there's a burnout there factor as well. So it's just refreshing. I heard one of the conferences I went to that Jeunesse is kind of a safety net in the world today. Where do you go in your 40s, 50s, and 60s and start over? And I thought that was so neat to hear that, because it's so true. You get out of corporate for a while and you decide you want to go back in, and you're in your 50s, it might be a little harder to do than when you started in your 20s. So this is a great business. There's something here for everybody. And I thank you for being part of our Jeunesse family and for sharing your story. And as I told you before, I love the beautiful flowers in your pretty background. It's just perfect for Australia.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Let's see here. Who are we going to have next? I think I have Mary Tan. Mary's from Singapore, and she's joining us tonight. She comes from an accounting background, and I'd like her to tell us a little bit about what intrigued her when she first heard about Jeunesse. What got you started, Mary, and share with the people out there what you're doing with the business and how it is working for you.
Hello, good evening, Barb and everybody. Good morning and good evening, everybody. I'm Mary. Yes, in fact, 3 years ago, as a background, I was in the financial industries for almost 20 years. And I work hard, and I'm sick and tired of really to always have to go for the deadline and forever changing governance, corporate governance rulings. So, 3 years ago, because of my work, I've suffered a lot of health issue, and also my children had some health issue. And I was first introduced to the reserve, actually. So I got very interested. And after 3 months, I got very great result. I actually lost about 7 kilos, and I look so different. I look 10 years younger. And you know what? And I travel I was detained 3 times at a custom just because I don't look like the photo in my passport. So from there, I was really looking for a real passive income, knowing that, as a professional, I'm still using my time to earn money. So I was really looking out for opportunity. And that's where I saw the product works and life are changed. My lives are changed, my family lives are changed. That's where I really got involved and be serious in the business.
That's exciting. I understand that you have gotten to go to a few trips with the company. That was part of what I was telling the folks earlier about these great trips. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about them, having been on a couple of them already.
Yeah, it was really interesting. Before I do Jeunesse, I always loved to travel, but I didn't really have the chance because of the time and, of course, the cost of traveling, right? So just within 6 months of me joining Jeunesse, I got a free trip to Europe, Mediterranean cruise 3 years ago. It was awesome. And then I go on to Alaska trip, and then Pattaya. And next month, I'm going to Mediterranean cruise again. And this time, I'm bringing along my husband. And it was really wonderful, free trip, bring along our family members, and you're still earning passive income at the same time.
It doesn't get much better than that, does it?
Yeah, awesome.
Go
I mean,
on
it's a
vacation.
really great company.
It is. And the trips I know are awesome. And I'm so grateful that you shared a little bit about them. So do you know how many countries that your organization is in yet?
Yeah, I'm about 30 countries now, but I don't travel that so many countries.
No, we can do it right from our comforts of home. So that's pretty exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very, very exciting.
Well,
definitely.
Thank you so much, Mary. You have a great story and good luck to you. I'm happy for you and keep enjoying those trips, girl. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
So, thank you.
Thank you for being on. We appreciate it. Hey, we have one more person here on our little panelist that I would like to introduce to you. He comes to us from Malaysia. His name is Dr. Julian, and he has a PhD in civil engineering, so that tells you a little bit about his background. He's a traditional business owner as well, but he saw something with Jeunesse. He saw something that interested him, and he chose to get involved, and I'd like him to share his story with us now. Dr. Julian, are you on?
Barb, how are you? It's a privilege to be here with you today.
Thank you for being on.
Hi to everyone watching. Well, my story is, to date, I've actually owned and operated 4 of my own IT-based companies, of which the longest is actually in its 18th year. Being a pioneer in my industry, we saw actually very good revenues in the first 10 years, but no doubt the barrier to entry is actually quite high. However, in that time frame, I've actually trained a lot of people, and they've actually eventually started to come out, and they started to compete with us. Every time I had things in place, it would not last, and the cycle would repeat itself again. Today, with greater competition, clients are becoming more demanding as well, and especially with poor economic times like what we're seeing now, our clients would delay their projects, which makes for harder progress collections. In turn, that leads to a poor cash flow. However, between my wife and I, being in this her being in the real estate industry now for the last 9 years, we're actually quite comfortable with our 2 beautiful children. One day out of the blue, middle of 2014, she joined Jeunesse and asked me to do this as a business. But I was wondering why. To be honest, we never expected to be in this industry. However, it was too late to say no, so I started to do my due diligence to ensure we were getting into the right platform. And what I discovered in Jeunesse really blew me away, because this company has everything to make it very successful. Today, true enough, we're seeing history in the making in this amazing platform. And Jeunesse is the fastest growing company in its industry today.
Well, I love your story, Julian, and I can so relate when you talk about we try in our traditional business to make some leveraged income off of the people that we bring into our business. Same way in real estate, we train people the best that we can to do the business as we do, and guess what? they decide that they don't need us anymore, they're going to start their own company, and they do. And so, you know, true leveraged income is hard to come by. And that's what so intrigued me with Jeunesse. And I know that's what you were saying too, that the opportunity to have that leveraged income is just something that we all, that's what we're here for. And that's what's exciting.
It's very true, Bob. The transition to this platform for me was actually very simple. I examined where I was in my business at that time, 5 years back, and looking 5 years ahead. I actually compared it to Jeunesse. Hands down, Jeunesse wins. I realized even though I was earning a leveraged income, but it was still a linear leveraged income. But in Jeunesse, we are actually earning a passive global income. And this platform, the more leaders we help create, the more we are blessed in return. And with a proven system, we are ensured success in this platform, just as long as we do what it takes.
That's amazing. And that's so true. How many countries, do you know how many countries that you're reaching into with your organization at this time?
Well, I've been in Jeunesse now for coming up to about 2 years. So we are just about, I think, just over 10 countries in total.
Awesome.
Yeah? Thank you.
Yeah. Did you get into 10 countries with your other businesses?
Yes. Oh, well, no, not quite. The furthest I got to was just a handful. And even then, there was projects overseas, not actually based in those locations.
Yeah. Well,
Well, actually,
congratulations.
the greatest,
Oh, I was just going to say congratulations for being part of our Jeunesse family. And we love your story. Thank you for sharing it. And we'll hope to see you on another panel here soon.
Thank you, Barb. I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank you and all the top leaders, Kim Hui, Samson, and Yvonne, for actually creating this fantastic system.
Absolutely. Well, I have a special guest now that kind of surprised us. He's actually in Indonesia right now. We didn't know if he would be available. And guess what? He's going to be here with us next on the call. So don't leave, folks, because we have our own double diamond. Samson Lee is going to be joining us here shortly. I have known Samson, well, he's my sponsor. So ever since I started with the company, he too is one of the original 5 founding members of our great company. Without those 5, none of us would be here today. And he's like my son, really. I have watched him work very, very hard. He travels around the world and promoting Jeunesse. But you know what? His enthusiasm with this company was the same the first day I met him as it is today. You know, I once was at a conference and we had the diamonds on stage, and Kim and Samson were actually there as well. Kim Hui, and all of you have probably heard of her, of course, our #1 distributor in the company. But, you know, I kind of heard some rumblings about, well, yeah, I'd be excited too if I was making money like they are. And, you know, I just turned and said, this guy's the same guy he was day one when he was maybe luckily to make $100 a month. So he hasn't changed. His enthusiasm has been there. He's a great leader. He's a great trainer. We have him on the call tonight. So it is my pleasure and certainly my honor to introduce to you one of the great leaders with Jeunesse, and that is Mr. Samson Lee from Los Angeles, California. Samson.
Hello, Barb. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, how are you, Barb?
I'm great, and what a nice surprise to have you on the call tonight.
Yeah, that was a fantastic presentation. Awesome. And all the panelists, really inspiring.
They're great. Yes, yes. Great people, great stories.
Well, thank you for having me here. Yeah, thank you for having me here. I'm in Jakarta, Indonesia. There's some events that happened the last couple of days, and meeting fantastic people in Indonesia. I mean, Indonesia is an amazing country.
Awesome, awesome. I know you travel a lot, and I've heard you say that's one of your favorite destinations. You have such a great group there, so much enthusiasm. So how fun is that?
Yes, yes. Well, you know, the people, when you travel, it is truly amazing because in our business, it's the people business. So as we get in contact, we touch people and talk to them, get to know them, not only just as a person, but their family, the culture, the food. The food is amazing. It's worth the 24-hour plane ride to Jakarta, Indonesia. So, so right now, I think we talked a little bit earlier. So what we can do is I will take it over as a training, and we will maybe just give a short training, maybe just about 15 to 20 minutes for the folks out there, because today, actually, we have a record number of people on the webinar. So they're all rooting for you, cheering and supporting, and all the amazing panelists from all over the world. Okay, so thank you, Barb. Thank you for being the presenter on this webinar tonight.
My privilege. Thank you so much for inviting me to be the host.
Okay, so I will talk to you very soon, okay?
Awesome.
Okay,
awesome.
Thank you. Okay, all right, we'll talk more afterward.
Okay, okay. So are we going to take a little short break, or are you going to roll right
No,
in?
we're going to go straight through. We're going to go straight through. So, yeah,
let's hit it.
So, yes, thank you. So, well, welcome everybody. Again, this is Samson, normally from Los Angeles, but I'm in Jakarta, Indonesia today. And it's really my pleasure to be here on this webinar to share with you some amazing information, the excitement that I have. As you know, Jeunesse is a company I've been here for a number of years, really building it from the beginning, and never make money in this industry, but really finding true success. I've been the business owner for more than 20 years. And one thing that I found that in business is that, look, if we're business owners, we're looking to, do a business with the least amount of risk, yeah? And we also looking to join a business that actually is at the head of a trend. And a few months ago, actually, I was reading a book, and they said that a lot of people become more successful when they do start a business that's multiple trends combined. And that made a lot of sense to me. So in Jeunesse, we're very fortunate that 6.5 years ago, when the company started, we were at the beginning of many trends, such as the internet, biotechnology, globalization, the economy is becoming truly global, and people getting in touch with each other more and more all over the world. And I still remember at the very beginning, my very dear friend Kim Hui, she's the first independent distributor for the whole company. She's very passionate, and actually, she's the one who loves Indonesia. At that time, she and Wendy Lewis, the owner, they flew to Indonesia quite a few times, and Kim was coming here every month trying to build a market, and besides other countries that was happening at the very beginning. And that through that, we met some amazing people. And today, I'm here because there's a couple of events that happened yesterday and the night before. Jeunesse, we have star events recognitions where people dress up all fancy and decked out in their lace gowns, and the guys are in their tuxedos, and people or dress up in their local traditional formal wear. A big party. So I was here a couple of nights ago. We had that. We had 200 plus sapphires in Indonesia, and many of the ruby, emeralds, and diamonds of people who have reached high ranks in the business. It's a big party. I mean, people love that. And we had entertainment. We actually had a very famous singer and did a whole production for us, and it was quite a party. Some of you can see that video online or on Facebook. Okay. The company does amazing events, such as the star recognition event that we had yesterday, and it showcased the breadth of the success of what Jeunesse could be, because there's a lot of testimonials about the product, how it really improved and give people energy, but also for the business, how it gave people more hope, make some extra money. I mean, nowadays, if we're not going to talk about income, there's no income claim whatsoever, but if there's a business where you can make extra 500, 1,000 a month, and in a year, if you were able to do that, that's another 3,000 to 6,000 or 12,000 a year. That's a lot of money for a lot of people. And what can you do? What kind of vacation can you go on there? So with very little investment and staying young at the same time, Jeunesse gives that amazing opportunity, and people all over the world recognize it. And right now, I just want to share with you, because I'm at the office of one of our amazing leaders in Indonesia, Double Diamond, Jenny Presidio. I'm at her office, and I have next to me a young man that I met, I guess, about 4 years ago. And this gentleman actually did not think about becoming a distributor at the beginning. He was actually in corporate. He was working a job and dealing with administration and logistics. And this gentleman, whenever we come to Indonesia, since his English is good and his Indonesian is good, he helped us translate really to propel our business forward in Indonesia. And it was a short time after that he finally saw people having such success. He wanted to be a part of himself, so he decided to become a Jeunesse distributor. So today, very special, and it's a surprise. Sitting next to me is my very dear friend and diamond director, Steve Mangdang. Okay, I'm just going to pan it over.
Hello, all. Thank you for having me, Samson.
Okay, Steve, move forward a little bit so you look more handsome.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
Thank you for the product.
Yeah.
This works.
Well, I mean, anyway, so just so you know, Steve is single and available. Okay.
Not the whole world now.
Now the whole world knows. Okay, you're welcome. You can pay me later.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Anyway, Steve, yesterday as we were at the Star event,
Yes.
and I was watching all the sapphires and new rubies that we have, and emeralds and diamonds, all the people succeeding and moving up the ranks in their business, having more success, and really, having changing the lifestyle and family and all that. I mean, how does that make you feel? Because we were talking earlier, you decided to become a distributor 3 years ago.
Yes.
It's about 3 years ago, and I already told the folks that you saw people having success. That's why you decided to jump in. Yeah.
Yes.
So was it like seeing is believing? Is that what it is?
Yes. In the beginning, I have this employee mentality for 15 years.
Oh, as an employee.
Yeah, as an employee, and I don't dare to do something else because I'm in my comfort zone. But watching all that everyday people making the business in just 2 years, making a lot of money than me working in 15 years. So I guess if they can do it, I can do it as well.
So were you scared to try it because then you don't have your job anymore?
Yeah, in the beginning, of course, I'm afraid. But
did you decide to do full-time right away?
Right away.
Right away. Wow.
Right
okay.
away.
Okay.
Because seeing those people, those regular people, success in the business in a matter of 2 years, I don't afraid to work hard because I work hard for 15 years. I even will work harder for a business that can sustain me in the future. So in the beginning, yes, I'm afraid, but we have a good positive mentor who lead us, who teach us. We have a best of the best system. So it's like step 1 and step 2 and step 3. That's make me very confident. That's the kind of business that I want.
You know what? That's a very good point, because I remember at the beginning, of course, you were, in administration and logistics and as a job, but when you start the business, I still remember that you decide to follow the system very closely.
Yes.
Now, there's a lot of, today, on this training, actually, we have this once a week, folks. And that today is very rare because I'm in Indonesia, Jakarta, just hang around with diamonds, okay? But I will have to tell you folks out there that in business, one thing I have found as a former business owner, I used to be in the retail business, I try to duplicate the success of each store. But the thing that didn't get me was I couldn't put the right system together. And Steve, now you were employed before, never had their own business.
Yes.
And you saw people succeeding using the system.
Yes, correct.
So let me, can you share with the folks, what did you do? When we say follow the system, I mean, we say a system, the US global system is like a GPS, it guides you.
Yes.
You have to know where you are, and if you know where you're going, it will guide you.
Yes.
So can you share with the folks specifically, how did you follow the system? What does that mean for you? If you remember the first day you started, how did you follow the system?
You see, when we joined the business, Jeunesse is incredible company, but USGS give you the direction to go where you want to go.
Okay.
Yeah, by providing a series of training, a series of events, not just for skills training, but also a character building. So I found out that it's very important for you to become an entrepreneur, that you have that kind of qualities, and USGS provide that environment, provide the tools, provide the positive environment and information around the globe. That kind of system that really helped me as a former employee to become an entrepreneur, not just local, but also global.
Wow, that's very good.
Yeah.
Now, so then let me ask you more specifically.
Yeah.
So let's say on the day one, and you were going to follow the system. What
Yeah.
was some of the things that you did on the first day?
On the first day, my mentor, my upline, is very simple. Yeah. They said to me, Steve, you need to have two lists. Number one is your why list, why I'm doing this business, and my 200 name list. It's very easy. Everyone can do it. Yeah.
And what did you think about that when she said that?
What?
It's very easy. What did you think about that?
It's easy. You just write down your families, your colleagues, and then with the technology we have, with the event and with the mentors and the leaders, support us, we can right away, day one, making money.
Okay, so now you made your list, your why list, your dream, right?
Yes,
The
yes.
dreams that you have, and you made your contact list.
Yes.
So what's the next thing you did? Did you go contact those people?
In the beginning, they also provide me with the tools of training. So before I go out there, make sure I promote with the right attitude, with the right mindset, with the right message. So it's equip me, yeah, before I go on. But the tool is there, yeah, and really, if you join the business in day one, even you can also earn money right away.
Excellent. Okay, so you join the business, your upline said follow the system, write your goals and dreams, and write your contact list.
Yeah.
And then you get additional training.
Yes.
From the system, which is of course today we have it on USGS official channel on YouTube, step 1 and step 2.
Yeah.
So you went all through that to get trained.
Yeah.
And you said, I think you articulated very well, that it gives you the right perspective and attitude that you need to have, and a positive way to share with people, the correct way.
Yes.
Or the proven way, I guess you can say.
Yeah, the proven system.
I see. Okay, so then you start contacting people, right?
Yes. Correct.
Now, was everybody interested in what you were saying, or no?
Of course not.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's like any other business.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you go out there and you do the things that you believe, no one will. I mean, not everybody will believe you. Some will. Someone. So what?
Someone's waiting next.
Someone
right?
is waiting for you.
So the
Next.
4 SW.
Yeah.
That's the trend. SW, 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 SW.
Yeah.
Next, right?
Yeah.
Some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting next,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So they say no. You just fire them, right?
Yes.
Say bye. See you later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. And that's true. And I guess I can hear your voice when you said that if you believe, and that's a very big thing. You believe. Now, I guess for most people at the very beginning, just like me, I've never made a lot of money, and same thing with you when we started network marketing, and it's very interesting that when you say believe, see, a lot of people, I guess, I kind of feel that at the beginning, well, we can believe other people, but we didn't believe ourselves. Was that kind of right?
Yeah.
Right? But then it's the truth is telling that when somebody's doing well, that means it can be done. That's a fact, right? The question is how to do it, and the system guides us to that.
Yeah.
And I would have to say, today, folks, and I was talking with Steve a little bit earlier at breakfast. This gentleman, first time in this industry, from employee to network marketing. I mean, you can hear he's very genuine, right? Okay, you look at the camera, people can tell, right? But anyway, Steve is really somebody who has a heart, and that with that, just the truth, the sharing with people from the heart, that people can feel our belief. And over time, working hard, congratulations, Steve, because we're talking a little bit over 2 years in Jeunesse, you have made it to Diamond Director.
Thank you.
So that's very, very big. I mean, Diamond Director in Jeunesse in the world of network marketing is actually a very high position, doing extremely well, making a lot of money. So that's an amazing thing. Now, I just said, though, I know you work very hard.
Yep.
Can you tell the folks how hard you work? What's a typical day for you?
I work harder for my company previously as an employee. I work even harder for my dream.
I like that.
Yeah.
So how much do you work in Jeunesse? What's your, like, today is Monday, you know, it is Monday morning in Jakarta, Indonesia. We woke up at 7 o'clock to have breakfast. You know, by 8 o'clock we're on the road, and there's a lot of traffic, right?
Yeah.
And it happens in
Yes.
So what's your typical day? How many hours you work, and you know, what do you do every day?
Well, I work in the beginning. I work very hard, 12 hours, more than 12 hours a day.
Wow.
Yeah, and in the certain days, I work even harder. But as a diamond, sometimes you can take a sit back and then see the money still coming. But
that's good, huh?
but because of the responsibility of the team, I want to make sure all the team also have the kind of success. We work not just as an obligation, is like we have the mission to help a lot of people. So for me, working now is not a burden, but is a joy to help a lot of people.
I can
So
tell.
I work more than 12 hours a day up until now.
And still with a big smile, you can tell. well, that's amazing, because you know, and this is one of the part of the business that people never see, because yeah, when you look at it from outside, and I know many of you out there, you're very new. So when you look at the business from the outside, yeah, we have fantastic products in Jeunesse, cutting edge biotechnology. We have a business model where the company can support our business in all over the world, 100+ countries. At the same time, our investment is so small, but the benefit is truly because you are talking now, like just these a few minutes, just sharing. I hear that number one, you know, you saw something that's definitely doable, so you went for it all the way in. And then from there, you work hard, because you know what? There's no free lunch out there, right? You know that. And working 12 hours a day or more at the beginning, and more and continuously to do so. You have a huge team, and many people love you. I know that, because you know, you really go out there with your heart. You try your best as a human being, and for yourself, for your family, and then also for your team now. And that's something, as we grow in life, people, friends, that, you know, once the money issues out of the way, we are looking for more. We are looking for our own self-worth as a human being. And however that is, that's the passion that fuels us, that we can find. Because if you have a platform such as Jeunesse, where it can go all over the world, and with so little investment, and where the product technology is helping people, and you can see the physical changes, and really people, you know, thanking you for that. Well, what else is there? What else is there? If money was not the issue, what else is there? If all that you wish for you can have, what else is there? What would you be doing? And that's where the journey we are on, because you know, by able to having achieved what we have achieved and being grateful for it, we're paying it forward. And that's a lot of what's happening with a lot of top people in Jeunesse, because we feel like we've got something amazing on our hand. We just want to share something good. So thank you, Steve, for your time.
Thank you,
very
Samson.
much.
Thank you, Samson.
Thank you.
Thank you, Will.
And you know, the other surprise is, folks, you know, in our business, you never know what can happen. Today we have a record number of people on this webinar, and the way to do the business is very simple. If you know people that, you know, you talk to them, their friends, family, acquaintances, and you know, they want to change. They want to change in their life, for themselves or for the family. Maybe it's money, maybe it's they have money but no time, or maybe they want to meet more friends. I mean, Louis out there, I mean, he Louis, you heard earlier, he's a great guy. He loves people. You can tell, and this is a great business for him. And you can hear Sherry out there in Australia, where it's just so different than the corporate world and what we're doing and having that. And you hear Mary out there. I mean, I think Mary joined the business just for the traveling. I don't know. But you know, that's a great part of the business. When you build global business, you meet friends from around the world, and you get to know themselves and their family and friends and culture. And then you hear Dr. Julian about, you know, business, and Jeunesse has all the ingredients to help us succeed. And the opportunity presented by Barb, it is that simple. If you know people want to change, put them on this webinar. We have these webinars as of right now, 3 times a week. The next one would be Wednesday, North American time, at night, and Thursday morning in Asia or Australia. We will have more and more of these, and we're going to build these webinars up. Hopefully we can have it every day within the next 3 to 6 months. And today, folks, I want to share another surprise with us. This kind of tool is very powerful because we're real people, and that's what people travel the world, coming to webinars all over the world. Folks, I want to share with you the amazing people of Indonesia. And this is the first time I ever in my career in Jeunesse able to do a webinar with a whole bunch of friends in the background. So I'm going to turn the computer around and we're going to have our friends from Indonesia all say hi. Ready? Ready. Okay, here we go. Hold on, I'm going to turn it around. Okay. Folks, I had almost 100 people here with me watching the webinar with me and participating. So this is a fantastic business and we have a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing all of you on the webinar very soon. I'll meet you somewhere in the world. I'm on my Asia tour. Next stop Hong Kong, and then Malaysia, and then back to US. So thank you very much for your time. I hope the information have shared with you have made a difference. And have a blessed day, everybody. Thank you very much. See you on the next webinar.